Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air. And we're going to talk about how the Sacramento Kings ended a losing streak in the NBA in general, and they did it by beating the Grizzlies 123-114. Memphis won the season series though 3-1. They don't play again this season. Memphis is now 21-35 and 12-16 at home. They played at home in this game. And then the Kings, they go to 13-46, a really bad record. But they only 4-26 on the road. That's bad, but it doesn't really matter because the season is almost over. Kings 33-25 in the first quarter. They lost the second quarter 36-30. They won the third quarter 29-28, and the fourth quarter 31-25 to win the game by 9. President Chua was finishing in that paint all type of ways, but they just couldn't stop him from getting there, and they couldn't stop him from finishing. He only missed 5 shots in the game. He finished 10 of 15 from the field, 2 or 3 from the free throw line for 22 points in 33 minutes. He finished also with a double-double because he had 12 rebounds in this game, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 7 offensive rebounds out of the 12, and had no personal fouls in that paint or in the game in general. And he finished as a +7 and plus minus. Keegan Murray got some nice blocks in his game, 3 total, but he only finished with 6 points in 34 minutes. He was the only starter to not score in double figures for the Sacramento Kings, but he did go 2 of 10 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3. He even went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He just didn't have it going at all in this game, especially when it came to shooting jump shots, but he did get some finishes to go. He got a finish to go and a 3 to go. He had 5 rebounds and 5 assists, 1 turnover. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +11 and plus minus. Renard, he ended up playing 28 minutes. He finished with a double-double, 10 points, 13 boards. He went 5 of 9 from the field, all finishes around the basket, which is what he's good at because he's a fast, quick, athletic big. 2 assists, no turnovers, no personal fouls, but he did have 4 offensive rebounds. Out of the 13, he did finish as a +10 and plus minus. Russell Westbrook, 33 minutes. He ended up leading the team in scoring with 25 points. He went 8 of 17 from the field, knocked down a couple threes, going 3 of 7 from 3. Had some fadeaways go his way, and he also went 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He also had 7 assists, 2 rebounds, 4 turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a +9 and plus minus. DeMar DeRozan, you know he's going to get to that mid-range. You know he's going to get to them fadeaways. You know he's going to get to the free throw line. How many shots is it going to take him? Well, he took 9 field goals and went 7 of 9 from the field. He took 6 free throws and went 5 of 6 from the free throw line to get 19 points in 29 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Yeah, he can come at you and get those steals and blocks if you try him. If you trash talk him, he will step up to the plate and get some stops. He did have 2 personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Malik Monk, 19 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 5 turnovers. That was the worst part of his night, besides getting 3 personal fouls in 19 minutes. He still did have 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block, and he was a +3 and plus minus. He comes in to score. He did that. It wasn't the most efficient night, but also wasn't the worst. Plowden was shooting threes, and they was dropping tonight. He went 4 of 9 from 3. He did get to the basket a couple of times and finished around the basket. And he did go 3 of 4 from the free throw line and 6 of 12 from the field for 19 points in 26 minutes. The 19 points was the most off the bench. He also had 5 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Killian Hayes, 11 minutes, 0 of 4 from the field. He missed every single shot that he took, but he did get 4 assists. That was the best part of his night because he also had no turnovers. Another nightmare for his night was 5 personal fouls in 11 minutes. That's way too many, but it actually happened for him tonight. And he did still finish as a +6 and plus minus. And then Nick Clifford, he got a couple of steals. And when I say a couple, he led the game with 6. And it was really, really bad passes that he was able to pick off and get. but he did also help by putting him in the basket, whether it was him or his teammate. 12 points for him, so he scored in double figures. He was the third guy to do that off the bench for the Kings. He did go 5 of 8 from the field. He made his only three, which was wide open. And he also went 1-1 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards. That was the most off the bench. He had 5 assists. That was the most off the bench. And he also had 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. And then you look at the Memphis Grizzlies. Oliver ended up scoring the most points in the starting lineup in 25 minutes. He finished with 17. He went 7 of 9 from the field. Easy looks all game. The hardest shot he took was a three, but he missed it. And then he finished 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 block, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and was a -12 and plus minus. GG Jackson played 26 minutes, had 16 points, went 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The man can really score the basketball, and he's been showing that lately, whether that's in the paint or on the perimeter. He has 6 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a -12 and plus minus. Jalen Wells, he hit a mid range and had to score near the basket more because he went 0-4 from 3 and he didn't want to keep taking them because he really wasn't making them. In this game, he did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 of 11 from the field. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. Scottie Pippen Jr., 22 minutes, he had 6 points. He went 0 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Usually he makes way more shots than he did tonight, but he still finished with 6 points because he made all of his free throws. He had 8 assists, but he did also have 7 turnovers, which is way too many. That's just out of control. He just had a bad night. He held his head up. He kept playing, but it just wasn't a good night for him, no matter what he was trying to do besides getting 5 steals. That was the highlight of his night. He did have 2 rebounds, 2 personal fouls, was a -9 and plus minus. Cam Spencer hit a wide open 3. Still got some good looks in this game and went 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line for 7 points in 22 minutes. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a -12 and plus minus. Taylor Hendricks, he hit 2 threes and was able to finish the rest by the rim. Went 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3 for 12 points in 25 minutes off the bench. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. Jemai played 22 minutes. He had 4 points and went 2 of 6 from the field. He missed his only 3 though. He did have 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a +5 and plus minus. And the guy that led him the most off the bench was Javon Small. He just had the 3 ball going real well in this game. He finished 4 or 5 from 3. Was able to get some close shots too. He finished 6 of 8 from the field, meaning he made 2 shots from the 2-point land. He also went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That counts as ones and twos and not threes. So he had scored a lot in this one. He also had 9 assists, which was very helpful because their offense was stagnant and it really wasn't working a lot throughout this game. And he came in and gave them instant offense. And that's something you have to love about him because he does that a lot for this team. 6 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a -1 and plus minus. And Walter Clayton Jr., he played 21 minutes and had 9 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He ended up having 1 rebound, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and a +5 and plus minus. You know he can shoot that 3. You know he can run that offense a little bit too. And he's going to find ways to pass because that's what he's good at. He's a guy that can be a combo guard for you. He's going to hit some shots on the perimeter. He might attack the basket from time to time. And he might use those ways to be able to find teammates too, since they got to focus on stopping them. It opens up for his opponent, or he just pushes the ball and get rid of it early when it comes to passing. 2, Rupert, 26 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. He ended up having 9 boards. That was the most on the team, even though he came off the bench. And he also had 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. 3 steals was the most off the bench. And that was good to see him do that. I mean, the bench came in and really played well for the Grizzlies, considering that the starters didn't play that bad either, but they needed more, and it still wasn't enough to get the win, but they still play hard and still try to do whatever they could to try to help the game turn in their favor, even though it didn't. Three offensive boards for Rupert and three personal fouls was a -5 and plus minus. And 48% from the field for the Grizzlies, 50% from the field for the Kings, 34% from three for the Kings, 35% from three for the Grizzlies, 90% from the free throw line for the Grizzlies, 76 for the Kings, 45 rebounds for the Kings, 37 for the Grizzlies, 33 assists for the Grizzlies, 30 for the Kings, 17 turnovers for the Grizzlies, 15 for the Kings, 13 steals for the Grizzlies, 12 for the Kings, 3 blocks for the Grizzlies, 7 for the Kings, 9 offensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, 13 for the Kings, and then 28 defensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, 32 for the Kings, 18 personal fouls for the Grizzlies, 15 for the Kings, and the Kings won the game. You know, they just happy they was able to do that. Obviously, Zach LaVine and Sabonis is out with injuries, and they won't be returning. They out for the season, but they still suited up and still played as well as they could, and they still played their style and their brand of basketball, regardless if it was working or not. And they found the way to get the win. The Grizzlies don't care because they are tanking at this point because they traded and shut down Ja Morant, it seems like. And then the Kings, like I said, they basically said, we sucked this year. Too many injuries for us, so we might as well try to put our best foot forward next year and see what happens. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.